Let's talk more about these allegations that some members of parliament tried to get bribes from Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. We bring in IFP MP and member of the Section 194 inquiry, Zandile Majozi. A very good evening to you, ma'am. Grateful for your time. So some of the people who are accused of involvement in this alleged bribery attempt include ANC Chief Whip MP Majodina, who's denied it. The chairperson of the inquiry, Newzroom Afrika, has dismissed this outright. What do you make of the claims?
Thank you very much, Tembegile Mrototo, and also the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. But for the inquiry, as the IFP, we believe that if there was such allegations, and if there is any evidence with these, with regards to these allegations, the public protector, as an advocate, she knows what is the process to follow. She knows that she can even lay charges on these people that have tried to bribe her into buying out into the inquiry. And we are not, as an inquiry, we are not going to deal with the allegations of bribery, because that is not our mandate. And so that is the stance of the IFP as of current.
Do you think, though, the alleged involvement of the chairperson of the inquiry, Newzroom, warrants him stepping aside from his role?
I would take that if maybe there was evidence that was brought forward in the inquiry as a committee. But for now, we are only dealing with allegations, and you cannot be arrested and be charged on allegations unless there is evidence that is brought forward. Up until that happens, that the public protector will then lay charges. And saying that they've met her husband twice. Why didn't she go forward and say for the first time, and I want to lay charges because of this is what is happening? So we cannot, as an inquiry, then deal with allegations unless there's any evidence that will be brought forward, and then we can deal with that at that time. But for now, can't deal with that. Our mandate does not improvise for us to be dealing with allegations unless there is something that is on the evidence, and that is on paper to say this is what's happening, and then that is when we can start saying the chairperson may recuse himself from the inquiry, because then he is found wanting on this matter. But for now, we are only talking about allegations. Allegations can be true, allegations can be not. So we cannot exactly then say that that is the stance that we are going to take, that he must recuse himself from the inquiry because of the allegations.
One of the weekend papers said that a case was now being investigated, basically allegations of extortion, and the story goes that it was the husband of the suspended public protector who was approached in this attempt to solicit a bribe. As I was saying, two of the people whose names have been involved here, Mr. Janji and the ANC Chief Whip MP Majodina, have denied any involvement, right? Would the Ethics Committee be the best place to deal with this, as per the advice of the Speaker of the National Assembly?
Yes, the Public Protector knows the processes to follow, as I had said before. The Public Protector reports to Parliament. So she is also able to use all processes that are happening in Parliament. She can use that, the Committee of Ethics, and also she can also go to the police station and lay charges of bribery, and also and lay all other charges that whatever in that meeting was discussed. Because what is difficult is the fact that we are going to discuss here, or we are going to speak about in the inquiry, about a discussion that we are not familiar with. We do not know what happened in that meetings, in those two meetings. So we can't derail ourselves into now refocusing our mandate into dealing with these allegations. And also, they must be given a chance as well. The chairperson, which is Honorable Janji, and also the Chief Whip of the ANC, Honorable Majodin, to say that they must also provide their own statements to say what was the meeting about. But that process does not take place within the inquiry. That process is a totally different process from the inquiry, because our mandate is clear.
But is the allegation itself, ma'am, not enough to then reawaken, if you will, a case that the public protector tried to make but failed when she had accused Jantyi of bias, even if we don't have proof at this stage that indeed he was involved in any attempt to try and get a bribe from her husband to make this go away, quote unquote? Is that enough basis, perhaps, for rekindling her attempt to get him removed on the grounds of bias, because it so far failed? And this could be the key to her getting that done.
I wouldn't know then if maybe that is the strategy that they are using, and I wouldn't want to dwell on that. But what I would say is that the chairperson has not been biased in this inquiry. I sit in that inquiry. In fact, the chairperson will give plenty of time to two parties so that they state their cases. Even if witnesses do not finish, we continue the following day with that witness up until that set is finished. So I wouldn't necessarily say that the chairperson is biased, whether biased to the public protector or biased to the inquiry, but it's a chairperson of an inquiry that was set to deal with a certain mandate, and that is what we are doing in the committee. But if there's any other thing that the public protector saw that the chairperson is biased on certain issues or anything like that, it's something that she should have taken forward to say, no, I cannot continue with this because we've got the constitutional right to do so. We've got courts that could take up that and see if the chairperson was biased or not. And then you get that recommendation from the courts, and then we proceed with the inquiry. And then if the courts say that the chairperson must recuse himself, then it should be like that. But if that is not said, then the chairperson will continue. But we cannot base our discussion or our recommendations within the fact that there are allegations. As I said before, allegations could be true, allegations could be not true. So
Majozi, Member of
it
Parliament,
depends on the evidence that is provided.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to us.